This is Lisa Lovestone, Reiki Master, Oracle card reader, light worker, friend to just about all. Cheers. Mm, I'm drinking meadow sweet tea. The meadow sweet was picked in California. Um, it's a great nighttime relaxing tea. So anyway, I'm here to do an oracle card reading, and so I forgot before I turned it on to live to talk to the spirits to find out who I should be grabbing. I have been wanting to do a reading for the last 2 days, and I just have not gotten it done. We just had our full moon, our strawberry full moon. These are some roses I took pictures of. I thought I'd make a nice background. Anyway, I guess I can't get too close. So we're going to do 7 energies. This one is speaking to me. And the archangels are always a good frosting on the cake deck. So we'll do this one as well. Wow. How do I get it to not disappear? I don't know. All right, so we're going to do these two. I'm going to stack these guys up and move them aside. I haven't been home that much, right? And I've got this jar of water over here, and I'm like, what is this jar of water for? And then I remembered it's the moon water from the I should have wrote it down. It's the moon water from a eclipse. It was an eclipse, but it was something special eclipse. It's water to only use like when you want a super duper dose of something. So I've used it on 2 different rituals, and in a sense, let's see. I remember one thing. Oh, I remember what the two were. The 2 things I asked for. And one is coming to pass. So it didn't happen quite as fast as I would have liked it to, and I had to suffer because it didn't happen as fast as it needed to, but it looks like it's actually happening as of tomorrow. So hopefully you've got your cup of tea too and you're tuning in with me. I believe I'm now Venish morning. Hi, Venish, now Venish. Okay. Oh, it looks like there's 7 people here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're from. Okay, so we're doing the 7 energies oracle. I'm sorry that's all freaking out like that. I don't ever do live with the background, but I thought, wouldn't that be pretty? Micro cool, hi, good night, good evening. Country duel, hi. Hello, you guys. I love these cards. So this is the oracle of the 7 energies. Okay. So the 7 energies, for the most part, can be 7 of your chakras. I'm just super cool. Aw, you're sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, without further ado, I'm going to shuffle these little babies. Oh, I wanted to show off all my band-aids. Okay, there's one band-aid, there's two band-aids, there's three, and there's four band-aids. Kitty cat attack. And then this thing, that's healing, but boy, was that deep. That was so deep. It's been taking forever to heal. Tracy from daycare. Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, my son's 30, so I think he's okay. And he was in the Army for 11 and a half years. So I think he'll be okay, Tracy from daycare. And this is not the place for that. I'm sorry, this is not the place for that. Those kitty cats, I know. I know those kitty cats. Um, yeah. Um, if you've not seen me live or you haven't read my profile, I rescue cats, and we have at least, if not more, 20 million stray cats across the United States, including Hawaii. At any given moment, 20 million stray cats. And so, yeah. So if you can help your local rescue, please help them because we are tired, right? We're tired. We're freaking tired. And we're scarred up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you rescue Great Danes, that's still cool. You would be afraid for the cats. Oh, you can integrate animals. You just got to know how to do it. Um, I'm an animal whisperer as well, so it's kind of easy for me to work with animals. But even as an animal whisperer, especially the teeny tiny kittens that are super feral, they don't understand what a human grabbing them is all about, and they're gonna do everything they can to get free. So it's, yeah, dude. So yeah. All right. Ooh, what a beautiful card. Look at this card. I haven't seen it yet. This is the first time. And you know what? We're going to read this card. This is one of our cards. Boom, just like that. Yes, they're trying to protect themselves. They're just out there trying to freaking survive, right? Just like anybody, we're just trying to survive. So anyway, okay, so we have one card. Let me just talk to the spirit guides real quick for a second. Okay, so spirit guides, grandma and Shar, and my higher self, and my guardian angel. I've pulled one card. Would you like me to pull two or three more cards? Please show me which cards to pull and what's best for the reading for myself and for the collective. What would you like me to do tonight? What message do we need? Here's card number two. Here's card number three. Is there any more cards that we need to read? I appreciate y'all being here. I said y'all. I swear to God, I'd never say that word. I'm in Georgia and I refuse to say y'all, but here I am. Okay, I don't know, I don't know. Okay, we got four cards tonight. Okay, alrighty then. Oh, hi, Alabama. Yeah, I'm not a Southerner. I moved here because Fort Gordon, the, yep, the base is here, Fort Gordon. My son was stationed there for many years. He was a linguist for the Army, but he's out of the Army now, so as soon as I can get everything put together in all the different ways that I need to do, I will be moving to California as well. Oh, this is interesting. I'm a numbers person. So I've got 20, 21, 14, and 41. So I've got 2, 2, 1, 1, 4, 4, 1, 1, 4, 4, 1. So that could be a palindrome, right? Because it would be 1441 and backwards 1441, right? Oh yes, my son, he was happy to be in the army because it paid for all of his education. He has a master's degree and he didn't pay a dime for it. And then we got 2021, so 2021. Yeah, that's not a palindrome, but still, that's interesting numbers. 1441, 20, and 21. Yeah, yeah. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. So let's see what the cards have to say. I'm gonna go with this card, and then this card, then this card, then this card. All right, let's see what the message is for. So I try to do them on a full moon, and I try to do them on a Sunday so we have something to carry us through the week. But today is Tuesday. Well, I mean, I'm a numbers person, but I'm still learning like what their meaning is. But like 444, so the 20 and the 21, if you take the 2 and the 2, that makes 4. So you would basically have three fours. 444, that's just an angel number. I can't remember what it means. Sorry. I'm 61. If I don't go through something repeatedly, I forget what it is. And I know some people who are 61 remember things better than I do, but it is what it is. Um, but you can look it up. 444 angel numbers. What does that mean? And then we've got yeah. So I mean, if I want, I'm here for a reading though. But I would get a piece of paper and a pencil, and I would write them down, and then I would add them up, and then I would, times it by itself and see what number I come up with. But I'm doing a reading, so not numerology at the moment. Okay. So this beautiful, beautiful card. I love I wish I could get it closer without it disappearing. So in the future, I'll have to remember if I get a background that it's going to take away from what I want to show you guys. But I don't know. See how beautiful that is? So let's see. We've got a locked heart. And then we've got a person inside of there. Looks like they might have some wings. Looks like they're looking down. There's a key in the lock, and it's right here on the person. So, and then we've got just light. And so this is about the heart chakra. Beautiful uncaging is what it says. It's got stars, just swirls and gold. Oh my God, I love this card. I want a t-shirt with this picture. I want to wear a t-shirt with this picture. So for me, what it's saying is beautiful uncaging. So it could mean a few things depending on who you are and what's going on in your life. And same for me. Um, Uncaging some feelings. Sometimes when you unload, like I unloaded the other day on Facebook, which is something I don't do, but maybe once or twice a year, I just kind of bleh, let a bunch of stuff out. But it felt good to get it out there, and it felt good to have some of the people on my friends list who are people I know have comments back and then share a little bit about themselves as well. So it felt really good to be seen and heard and by some understood. So that feels really good. So I'd like to encourage anybody, if you've been holding something in, to find a safe place. Facebook typically is not a safe place, but I've been very careful with my friends list, okay, who gets on there. And so, in a safe place. So with your sister, your brother, your cousin, your mom, your dad, your favorite auntie, whatever, your best friend, uh, in a safe place, unload something, unlock some of that stuff, and set yourself free of those emotions and feelings and thoughts. And then what else I'm getting is when um, I'm getting the word lightheartedness, lightheartedness, right? So if you've not seen me before, or you're not familiar with me as a light worker and a Reiki master, not all light workers, not all Reiki masters are like me, okay? So don't ever think we're all alike because we're all different people, okay? But I believe in helping to raise the vibration of the whole world. So when I'm lifting myself, I'm also doing work to lift up others as well, all across the planet. Okay? So this is about lightheartedness. So when you are lighthearted, and if you don't know what that means, let me think here. Joyful, uh, peaceful, in a happy place. You laugh carefree and easily, lighthearted, right? You're not taking things seriously. Okay? Well, be lighthearted. That's what this card is saying. Be lighthearted, unlock some emotions and feelings, okay? And then feel how beautiful that is. Okay. So that's enough of the intuitive portion of the reading. Let's see what the book has to say about this card because it's always very educational. The prison of guilt, a need for self inventory, rigorous honesty, accountability, making amends. Making amends can really heal your heart and unlock the joy, right? At this time, you're being called to assess where guilt is playing a part in your life. So if there's any guilt, you need to work on that and you need to get it healed and let it go, okay? Because guilt will pull you down and keep you from having your joy rising, your lifting up, okay? Your your vibration going up. So if you've got some guilt, get rid of it, okay? Just you guys, you can always private message me for a private reading and I'll help you. Or if you've got one of those moms or dads that are, cool, maybe they can help you or your best friend, okay? Be careful with who you share with though, because you want to be in a safe space, okay? Because they can do more damage than good if you're not with the right person sharing, what you got to unload. Okay. At this time, you're being called to assess where guilt is playing a part in your life. Recognize how it's affecting you and others, because your guilt does affect you and it affects others around you. It affects how you respond to them. And address it so you can release yourself from its grip. Yeah, it really ties you down. Guilt is a powerful emotional state capable of transforming difficult situations. It keeps you accountable for your actions when you've done something that causes harm. However, it can also feed a self sabotaging cycle that fosters codependency and a distorted sense of personal power. So interesting that this is the ooh. I'm going to read that again. However, guilt can also feed a self sabotaging cycle. So if you're a self sabotager, you need to heal that guilt. You need to dig in there and get it healed, get it cleaned up, get rid of it. Okay? Because it's causing a self sabotaging cycle that fosters codependency. Yee, I was a codependent most of my life, so yeah, that's an unhappy place to be in. And feed a self-sabotaging cycle that fosters codependency and a distorted sense of personal power. So your sense of personal power could be very distorted. What would be an example of that? Um, Distorted sense of personal power. You might think that you are have a lot of faith in yourself, self worth or whatever, and you might be kind of faking it because it's a little distorted because that guilt is still gnawing at you. So there's an example that I can give to you. Self blame can lead to behaviors that perpetuate low self worth. Yeah. Have you done or said something for which you need to make amends? Have you disregarded a boundary of your own or of someone else or broken a promise? Ooh, ouch. So I am very, very sensitive about broken promises. So I don't make promises unless I know absolutely without a doubt that I can keep it. Yeah. Guilt can make you aware of potential ways you have given injury and show you how to redress the transgression. When you sincerely admit you are wrong and begin the process to fix it, this is a sorry, I yawned. This is an act of accountability, responsibility, and liberation. Take a moment now to consider when you have harmed others or yourself. This knowledge will free you from the story you tell about it if about it so you're able to connect with truthful and honest remorse. This is a fantastic card. Oh, now is the time for rigorous honesty as you take a self inventory with a neutral state of mind. Take so that means don't judge yourself. Take an inventory within, but do it without judging yourself, okay? Okay. Now is the time for rigorous honesty as you take self inventory with a neutral state of mind. A good question to ask yourself now is why the guilt is there. You might be taking on a burden that is not even yours to carry. Pay attention, take action, and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making. Ooh, what a powerful card. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Spirit Team, for bringing that card to light. Colby. Hi, Colby. Remember to like and subscribe. You guys know the drill. It helps us all. So beautiful and caging. What a beautiful card. So here's the next card. Very beautiful. A merry, Merry, motive. Make merry. Have motives that are merry, that are kind, that are fun, right? That are, let's see if I can get the card in there so you can see it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see. You can see it if it's right here in front of my face. Let's see if you can see it. Wow. Okay. I won't do backgrounds anymore. I won't do them anymore. This is the one and only time. So here is Jeepers Creepers. Here is the card, Merry Motive. How do I get you guys to see it up close? I wonder if I can turn the background off. I don't want to mess crap up. Oh, dun dun dun. I did it. There, now you can see the card. I feel like the card is more important than the background. Isn't that beautiful? Merry motive. So I see stars hanging on the by clothespins, like on the clothesline, little stars being pinned. Light, like somebody's pinning it up for the world to see, or like you have a strand of lights, but instead you use clothespins to hold them up. And then there's a swirling of energy, of golden, beautiful light energy just swirling around. In the forest with twinkling stars and I don't see much more than that. So, let's see what I can get from this. I think let your light shine. Have motives that are of pure light, of pure intention. Um, let light surround you. Let the golden light surround you. If you don't know how to call on the golden light, just imagine a golden light coming from Christ, coming from the sun, whatever you choose, right? Because all is one. And imagine a golden light coming down and just surrounding you like a mini tornado surrounding you with golden light, and you're in the center and you're in a safe space. And it can do many things that you need it to do. It can protect you. It can cleanse you. It can When you're looking for comfort, it can give you some comfort. It can give you ideas. It can inspire you. But it definitely, most certainly can give you protection. It's like you're inside a wall of bright light that faces out and it's protecting you. You can call on the golden light or the white light either if you're somewhere and you don't want to be seen, right? Like somebody wants to make trouble with you, call on the golden light, call on the white light. Please protect me, surround me with protection, hide me from the evil ones, and you won't be seen. The light is gonna like shine in their eyes, like if you had a mirror and the sun was shining on it and it blinded them, it would be like that, and you would be invisible to them. Okay, there's many ways to use the golden light or the white light. Okay, merry motive. Have good motives. Have be merry and bright of heart. So these two kind of work together in that sense. Light-hearted, light-hearted, merry-hearted. Right? Okay, let's see what the book has to say. Card number 20. Key concepts. Knowing your own motives, understanding what drives you to meet your goals, the momentum your attention creates, the wisdom behind your intentions. Interesting. My hair got in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, that tea is good. You've chosen a path. You set an intention and you've begun to move toward a goal. You feel compelled to keep going, but do you know the why behind this drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing? Are you pursuing it for reasons like this is what your parents want for you? Because you think this is what people expect of you, or this is what you've got to do to succeed financially? Um, so, do you know the why behind the drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing, or do you actually want something else like peace, joy, happiness, time to have some fun? Okay, so, or are you chasing a destination with the anticipation of how it will make others feel about you or how you would feel about yourself? Are you self-loving unconditionally? That's a question we could stick in there. You must choose to be in the flow of the experience, relishing the moment. Surrender your expectations to a higher power rather than being guided by your limited self, because we are limited mostly because we're in the flesh. We're not free of the flesh right now. We're in our flesh. Okay? The most important aspect to consider now is where you place your focus because that's where energy will flow. If you are resentful, the outer world will show you more opportunities to be resentful. So if you're having a shit day and the traffic sucks and people are pulling in front of you and you're getting a bad vibe, bad attitude, and then it keeps happening and happening, right? And that's my biggest thing is traffic. So I really worked hard to be peaceful in the traffic and even like tell people, go ahead, you can go. You know, I can't always do that because sometimes I'm really pressed for time. But because what you are pushed, what you're emitting, your thoughts, your feelings, your focus, that's what comes back to you. If you are envious of others, competitive, and overly ambitious, you will always feel like you are not enough. These are some very wise words. People who feel like they're not enough are envious of others. This is where self-love and self-acceptance and healing the wounds and rid of the guilt, that's where it all comes into play. If you focus on gratitude and compassion for others, you will see even more reasons to be grateful. And I have opened up my journal for gratitude and I started writing gratitudes again last night. I wrote 6 or 7 I'm grateful for, etc., etc. Um, yeah, focus on gratitude and compassion for others. You will see even more reasons to be grateful and loving. When you look for abundance, it has an uncanny way of multiplying in your life. If if you're unsure about your motives, the results will be just as unclear. Dig deep to understand your why. If your true desire is to experience X, let go of your attachment to the form that X is supposed to come in. So don't stick it in X has to be just so. Your expectations of the form that it comes in. Like if you have an expectation of money, you want it to come in this specific way, let go of that. Let it come the way the universe wants to deliver it to you, okay? Make sure your motive is merry and joyful, clear and honest, and aim true. I love this card. Trust that the universe will provide the outcome that is a perfect match for your intention. It always does. Wonderful reading so far. Okay, we have 21. Exposed and revealed. I've had this card before. Exposed and revealed. Okay, let's see what this card says. There's an eye, and within the eye, it looks like there's a clock with a second hand. Time. It's time to see something. There's a person inside the eyeball, kind of holding their arms around their legs. Time to sit still. Time to be still, maybe. Hmm. Sit still and set your intentions, maybe, huh? Exposed and revealed. Oh. Maybe it's time to let go of something, time to let go of that guilt, right? 21. Key concepts. Healing shame. Oh my gosh, do these cards just go together or what? The imposter syndrome. Letting go of self condemnation. Freedom from past unresolved wounds. Focusing on self worth. The underlying beauty in rejection. When you experience shame, you don't just feel you've done something wrong. You feel like you are wrong, fundamentally flawed. Know that life loves you and the universe doesn't make junk, only magic. You are not junk. You are worthy of love. You are worthy to be cared about, okay? But you got to start with yourself. Learn to love yourself. I mean, obviously, others can love you regardless, right? But loving yourself is really, really important. Many social interactions, especially online, are steeped in distorted, unhealthy ways of expressing pain and shame, shaming. Here is the way out of this. See shame as the heart-wrenching cry for help that it is. Consider whether you have had if consider whether you could have been triggered in the outer world by unresolved issues that matched all your inner pain points. If someone is shaming you, perhaps you have triggered them and they're lashing out. How miserable they must be to expend their energy on such toxicity. They are drinking poison, hoping you will get sick. You cannot love someone out of their shame. You can only show compassion for both them and yourself. Set a healthy boundary and refuse to fan the flames, right? I do that a lot on Facebook. I set boundaries and I don't partake in like arguments online. My time is more valuable. I'm not going to do it. Okay? Your time is valuable too. Even if you haven't found your purpose yet, your time is valuable. Look upon, let's see, look upon shame as an opportunity for growth, evolution, healing, and freedom. With this in mind, can you let go of your attachment? Let go of your attachment to control. Do you feel the need to be in control? Do you feel the need to control? Admit that this emotion isn't something you have power over and surrender to a higher power. There is a sacred quality to the vulnerability inherent in admitting you can't do this alone. When you allow yourself to be laid open in this way, you gain a beautiful new perspective. Then the healed shame has the infinite power of the divine to set you free. Shame is a heavy stone that just weighs you down. Get rid of it. All right, we've got 41, a higher view. Oh, interesting. First time I've seen this card. A higher view. So this girl is riding on the back of an owl. She's got sparkles and light coming from her. She's got red hair, flaming red hair. Yeah, I wonder where they're going. So sometimes it's good to get above whatever the issues are and look at it from a different point of view, right? Yeah. So here are the key concepts for this card. Seeing from a higher perspective, conscious neutrality, letting go of judgment and assumptions, non-attachment, the ability to remain unbiased. So we need to not be biased about ourselves or other things. We need to not judge ourselves. We need to not judge others. Sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the ends of our noses and we can't see beyond ourselves. This happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into an automatic response to life and react from a learned, conditioned place rather than one of awareness. Let things happen and just be aware that it's happening. Just let it be what it is. Being in reactivity, so if you're being triggered and reacting, keeps us repeating. We just talked about the cycle, right? Cycles around. So keeps us repeating old patterns. So if you keep reacting, you stay in the same old pattern. Conversely, the avoidance of our triggers could keep us in our comfort zone, policing our attempts at new things. The way to be successful in your endeavor to connect with others is to step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird 1,000 feet above your life. Wouldn't your perspective change? Because you'd be seeing your whole life from a different point of view. From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You could let go of naming or blaming the obstacles in your way and instead easily discover a path to more beautiful and compelling vistas. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you are able to step back and get a little distance. You can wait before responding. Don't react. Wait a minute. Wait. Be more graceful in your interactions. Instead of saying, oh, shit, that sucks. Maybe you could be, oh, I'm sorry that happened. That's a little more graceful, right? And see how everything is connected and every experience is a gift. The world is wide open for you today. All you have to do is move to higher ground. get up higher, have a new and better and wider perspective, a wider point of view. So all you have to do is move to higher ground, be mindful, and celebrate the spectacle of life's dance. Wow, what a beautiful reading. I'm so uplifted and excited. Wow, 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 wow. Right? Okay. Please remember to like and subscribe. So I promised icing on the cupcake. So here we go with that. The Archangel Oracle cards. Yes, they're by Doreen Virtue. Yes, I know all about her story. But these cards were done with purpose, and that purpose still exists. Just because she changed her mind, the cards still remain. The purpose still remains. Okay. Oh my goodness. I have my deck mixed up with other cards. How did that happen? These cards go to a different deck. I accidentally. Oh, I remember that reading. Yeah, I'll have to get them in the right deck. Okay. Archangels, spirit guides, higher self, spirit team, what card do you want for us today as the icing on the cake? Hello from heaven. Well, hello. Isn't that just awesome? I don't know if I've ever pulled this card. Maybe. I'm not sure. Archangel Azrael says, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. And I can tell you from my own experience, having had a dad that wasn't loving, wasn't capable of love because he was a narcissist. Um, when he passed away many, many years later, which was recently, he showed up in my dream and he told me he loved me and he showered me with love. So when we go to the other side, when we get healed in the next dimension, we can be loving and graceful and kind. Okay? That's beautiful. Let's see what the book has to say. Anything extra? Hello from heaven. This isn't really blending with the other cards, but somebody, I guess, needs to hear this. Your loved ones aren't far away. In fact, they're quite near. In your quiet moments, you can feel their presence. These really are true visitations, and I ask you to trust intuition, trust your intuition. You may notice dream visits from deceased loved ones. Know that your loved ones are happy and free of all suffering, and they want the same for you. Your loved ones want to work with your guardian angel to help you be peaceful. So watch for other signs from heaven. When you work with Archangel Azrael, Azrael is known as the angel of death. Interesting. Since Azrael's primary role is to help people cross over to heaven at the time of their physical death, far from being a morbid role, Azrael surrounds the newly crossed over soul with loving light to make the experience uplifting and comforting. Azrael helps deceased loved ones make contact with their living family members and friends. You can ask Azrael to bring you a message or dream visitation from your loved ones in heaven. And I would like to hear from my mom. I don't ever hear from her, and I would like to hear from her. So that's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, so I just want to encourage people to not spend a bunch of time scrolling on Facebook and getting into conversations that are heated and make you angry. Just stay away from it and keep your vibration high. Spend time working on yourself, love yourself, get the healing you need. Write down, get a notebook and write down every day 5 to 10 things, anywhere between 5 and 10 things that you're grateful for, and do it every day. When you write it down, say it out loud. I am grateful that I have a home where I can come to at the end of the day. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I have a bed and I can lay down on it and I can sleep comfortably. I'm really, really grateful for that, right? If you've ever slept in your car, right? A bed is a wonderful thing. Yeah. I used to travel in my late teens, early 20s, and I used to sleep in my car a lot so I wouldn't have to spend money spending the night somewhere. Yeah, I'd sleep in my car so I could travel and go places. Yeah. Um, I'm just really grateful that I have a bed and it's a comfortable bed, and I'm grateful I have this place where I live, and I can be here and I can do the things I want to do, and I can have this time with all of you. Yeah, and of course, if you know me, you know I'm very grateful for my son. I love him so much, and he's a wonderful son, and I miss him a lot. He's in California, I'm in Georgia, but we're going to remedy that as soon as we possibly can. Okie dokie, hokey pokies. Love and light, I'm sending you love from my heart to you. Love to you. Remember to be grateful and just stay away from the negativity, okay? Bye. This is Lisa Lovestone out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't die.